Hey there, it's Jonathan from Core Walking, and I'm going to talk about an exercise in this video that I actually started using with an elderly patient who had very little mobility and really bad feet. And when it comes to the body and trying to help people, I think feet are of paramount importance. And unfortunately, especially if you know from like having going to hospitals or being in hospitals with elderly people, feet go south. So it's one of the things I focus on a lot. So dealing with this elderly patient, I think she was like 87 or 86 or 7, and she didn't have a lot of mobility. So I started doing this exercise I'm going to show you, and it requires 2 blocks. And anyway, so I started doing it with this woman, and it was really effective. It was really useful. And then one day I used it with someone else and realized that this is a really good exercise for anyone who has alignment issues, particular alignment issues. And a lot of what I'm doing in a lot of ways, I'm going to back up here, and a lot of what I'm doing with people is teaching them to realign their bodies. You know, people with tight hips tend to have their knees go wide. So this is a really simple exercise. So another inch or two, 2 blocks. 1 block goes between the feet, and so this is it's wide and flat. It could be thin, but you give yourself a little bit of a break. Block between the feet, block between the thighs. Now, for me, I'm super loose. This is my thing. I can turn my feet out completely. So this is not going to activate anything really for me, personally. But if you are tight, and if you have someone, all different issues for whatever reason, and in particular, this 86 or 70-year-old person who I started this with, the second she tried to put our legs into the block, everything went crazy, right? The feet started cramping up, the outer calves started activating. I was, of course, thrilled. She was freaking out. It was a pretty intense experience for her because she just wasn't used to using her body kind of the way the body is designed. And we are all designed to be able to at least do this, not as I live here all the time. So this is a really simple exercise, and I encourage people to do it if it's really hard for you, right? If this just turns everything on and you're just working, do it for 2 minutes, right? I have a clock here, and when I'm teaching yoga, I'm using the clock all the time. We do things for a minute, for 2 minutes, for 3 minutes. You do that on your own at home. You start, honestly, it can be 30 seconds for some people. That'll pass really quickly. You'll be able to do it a little longer. But I was talking to my sister about this, and she could use it, and I know she gets the New Yorker and reads, and the New Yorker writes seriously long articles. Sit in this position and read an entire New Yorker article. I have another client who I know has to read the Wall Street Journal every day. I said, no more sitting at the kitchen table with a cup of coffee. Sit like this, block between the thighs, block between the feet, sitting up straight. I'm not using the back of my chair here. I'm just sitting up straight. This is an exercise. So what's interesting to me is I created it for someone who couldn't move. And slowly but surely, I have now been using it with any and all of my clients. Like, it serves some people so well to just activate and align the body passively, even though your muscles might be freaking out and saying this is not passive at all. But it's just super helpful to align the body in a way and hold that alignment. If you buy into me that it's good to have parallel feet and knees to track over the ankles in line with the hips, when we put our body into a position and ask it / force it to hold the alignment, one, the muscles will start activating for that alignment and then habituating to that alignment. And that is really what we want. You know, in my core walking program, it is all about building a better body. How do we realign the body? How do we rebuild the body? How do we create muscle balance and muscle tone that we want So there you go. That's just a great exercise. Block between the feet, block between the thighs. And thanks for watching. Have a great day.